Libra, how you doing? So I was just shuffling thinking, okay, I'm going to do Libra's reading, and your card came out at the bottom. How you doing, Libra? So thank you for joining the new website. There is a lot of things that I want to go over, really, just for a start, just in case this relates a lot to you, or any of you are on the teaching tier, which is the gold tier, which many of you did join. So normally if you hear me doing a rant or anything like that, or telling you of stuff that's come true from a male's perspective, I always find that's very important in order to mention. Okay, so through Sagittarius and Taurus readings, and so Capricorn readings, I got a lot of flack again through rants. A lot of people said I really appreciate the advice and the rant, and then I had a couple of people that were moaning about me ranting and not giving them free readings, basically. Okay, so how has this pretty much come true of the advice through those readings of what I was pretty much telling everyone? Don't worry, Libra, I will do your reading, but one thing that you will always learn from me is from a masculine point of view, from a male, okay, and a masculine energy, okay, and that is one vital tool that majority of my followers are women or feminine energies, okay, trying to navigate themselves maybe through relationship. And in all three of those readings I was mentioning about not putting too much pressure on people and not moaning at them because they're working. Now, has that come true for me? Yes, very much so. I'm literally spending just probably, I would say, £1,000, which is what, $1,500, I would say, on a 30th birthday party. And I am now completely and utterly in the doghouse because I have to work 2 hours on someone's birthday, which is from 5 a.m. till 7 a.m. and then I'm finished, and then I've got 4 days off where I'm also paid for all of that, all of the petrol, all of the accommodation, all of the birthday party, the gift that I'm buying, the meal that we're going out for on the day, all of the car journeys that it takes me because my girlfriend doesn't have that, and I am now being blamed because I need to work 2 days. And what I was saying in those readings is about work, and then some people were watching saying you're nagging and blah blah blah, but the channeled stuff of what I was doing, because I was ranting about work and not to do all of these kind of things, people would think that I was also talking about myself, which I was. But it did happen to me. Now, if these kind of things of where feminines are doing this to masculine energies because of them working, then, man, I mean, like I said, it's very strange when you're watching tarot readings and you're a tarot reader and you're giving that advice and you're saying all of that stuff, and it is happening, and like I said, it does happen to me. I'm honest, I'm truthful, and I also channel when I rant, okay? So when I'm ranting about work and finances and time off and things like that I have done in those 3 readings that were on YouTube, they come true from a masculine energy, okay? So what I'm trying to tell you and everybody out there that may watch this one video is to not do those kind of things, because like I was saying, it don't work, Tyrone. It don't, right? And I was saying all of that in all 3 of those readings about people that were saying that they were very negative. And my opinion, I'm not against women in any way, but my opinion, through being a male, they always get the blame for doing things that are masculine. And the way you navigate yourself through a twin flame or a soulmate or a relationship is to not nag at a person, is to not come out very negative towards a person, because you push them away, okay? Push them away. So if that's any word of advice or anything that seems to be coming through for you, the one thing that you do not do when you're in a relationship is moan at a person for not doing certain things. If I say not, you say Pisces, okay? But it's to not do that, right? It's to not do that, because you push people away, you know, and that's to anybody that wants to watch. But sorry, but I needed to get that off my chest for all these people that keep nagging at me, knowing that whenever I talk, you don't have to worry about that I'm talking about me. I'm also channeling for me and for everybody that goes through that. But people don't get it. They think, no, you're talking about yourself. Now, I'm actually channeling the message about negativity and about projection of blame and having a go at someone because they work quite a lot. Okay, so Charlotte. I'm also hearing Charlotte or Sharma, Karma, Angelic. Mel, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. Okay, so Libra. So we're doing Libra, right? I just need to let you guys know and say that beforehand, so you kind of like realizing that whatever it is that comes out of my mouth, okay, whether I'm talking about me or someone else, it's very present, right? It's very tetchy energy, and it doesn't always represent me. It's a message. Okay. Okay, that's to any newcomers that haven't followed me for quite a while that don't understand that, right? Okay, because I'm feeling a lot of negativity that's pushed towards people here, like in your reading and others, a lot of negative energy that's focused upon a person, or too much time spent focusing on a person, like always focusing on relationship, always focusing on the person, what they're doing, what they're not doing. And it's too much. It's too much for a, well, if you're female and you're focusing upon a masculine energy, it comes across too much. Like it's too much time, it's too much energy, it's too much like focus upon a person. Like it's too much, man. You'll scare any masculine energy off, like, and wonder why they're not paying attention, because it's attention seeking. It could be coming from a 9 energy or towards a 9 energy. Okay, so let's see what Libra's got coming up, please, this week, starting from the 6th. What has Libra got coming up this week, please? Libra. So the 9 of Swords in reverse. So again, man, it's someone that's constantly worrying. Well, this way up, it's I'm thinking about you, it's not enough. What have you said? What have you done? Blah, blah, blah. On the receiving end of the other person, they're kind of like, man, I am sick to fucking death of this person keep on at me all the time because it's not good enough. What I'm doing isn't good enough. Okay, I'm not living up to your expectations. Because it's a 9, it is still part of gaslighting and confusion, but a 9 never reaches 10. Okay, so I'm not satisfied with the service that you're providing me. Like complaints. So it might be complaining, but like you're not giving me enough for what I want. Like I want more, I need more attention, I need more time. Okay, I need some time to think. I can't think straight, man. You're battering my head in. I just cannot think straight. Yeah, but I'm always worried about what I'm not getting, what you're not doing, you're not cutting the mustard, bruv, for a relationship. You ain't giving me anything. I need more, right? and trust me, and I'm not lying, on the receiving end of that, it makes this person feel as if that they're not doing enough for the relationship. Now, if a person isn't, well, they're really not doing anything. But like I said, man, y'all got to be very aware of what a partner actually does do for you. And if they are literally actually doing fuck all and nothing, well, then you're more in a drama triangle of like just, not doing anything, they're not doing anything, and you're just stuck there thinking. Okay, but this is a hell of a lot of thinking, right? A lot of thinking. And if it is where you're in partnership, it's a lot of negativity. It's a person that constantly thinks about a person. And I've tried to teach you guys for a while on the actual teaching segment where we went over one of them, which was about focus, okay, upon a mundane object. And where feminine energies and masculine twin flame energies, feminines think that the masculines have it easier than feminine. No, trust me, they don't. Because a masculine energy in my journey, along my journey from feminine to now masculine, okay, after 18 years, that's become very difficult, where I get more fucking blame and shouted at. Someone is always saying that it's not enough, you're not giving me enough time, you're not giving me enough attention. It ain't good. It really isn't, right? Because this is definitely not living up to my expectations of what I thought it was going to be, right? So you've got that in reverse, or this person's got that in the reverse, which means that I'm focusing upon a person of what they're not doing right, or what they're not saying that's right, or what I want to control about the person that they're not doing. That's what's going through someone's head all the time. That amount of focus is too much for a partner to deal with. Okay. So let's see, if it's a partnership. But again, I'm always worried. Right, I'm always worrying. Libra this week from the 6th. Two of Swords, negative or positive. I mean, someone is constantly always negative, thinking about the partner. My partner. I can't focus on anything apart from my partner. Or there's a masculine energy of like, I can't focus upon anything other than just the shit that you're coming at me with. Or like focusing upon being masculine and objects and things. It's what I keep trying to tell everybody. When you're a masculine energy and you don't focus on a woman, okay, for instance, right, and you're a guy and you're not focusing on the woman's feelings get hurt by, well, paranoia. Why are you not doing that? Why I want you to do that? That's not fair. You're not doing what I want you to do. Yeah, well, I'm not a controllable person. I'm a person that has a life as well as what you do. Okay, so there's a hell of a lot of like, you're always negative. Like there's a person here that always feels that a person is negative, coming in with the complaint system. You're not doing this, or a sister or a brother, but you're always negative. You've never got anything, like you might have something positive to say, but at some point, but this is a Jekyll and Hyde or Jackie. But this is kind of like, you're always fucking ending up saying something that I'm not doing right. There's always something that you're complaining to me about that I'm not cutting the mustard. Mustard? Bruv, I don't care if you are fucking Muhammad, Bruce Lee, I'm hard Bruce Lee. Right? It's like it is, man. And it goes around and around and it's constantly complaining. You know, if you get a person that works long hours and they're fucking worn out by keep trying to provide something for a person and they're not listening, that's someone that's trying to control the person that ain't listening. So it's like battering your head up against a brick wall where you just end up giving up and thinking, oh, fuck it. I can't get this person to change. They're always doing the same fucking thing. It's spoilt. You know, it's an energy that can end up acting like a spoilt brat, right? Because I'm not getting what I want, you know. Humans are flawed, man. They really are. Half the time I think it's much easier to be single, like it really is, because you don't have to put up with complaint systems. There's a lot of things that you can't do when you're single, like you can't enjoy someone's company, you know, but like, man, it is so much easier to just be on your own, like it really is, because, well, from a male's perspective, because you don't have to keep dealing with someone's shit. Like, what is wrong now? What the hell is it that is wrong now? You know, oh, well, I'm worried that you're not doing something. Libra, what's going on with Libra this week from the 6th? The world. So we're distancing ourselves from each other now because you're ungrateful. You know, someone could have gone away. I mean, this could be going away or on holiday, somewhere like that, but someone's worried about that. Like I said, man, it's coming up in my reading. I have Libra in Vedic. In Ketu, I think it is, the rising. But like, yeah, like ungrateful for like travelling. Like, you know, I've just paid for a holiday, God's sake. Like, I paid a lot of money for it. I'm also having days off, probably 3 or 4 days off maybe. You know, and you're what? You're ungrateful? The fact that I've done all of that for you, is that still not enough? So if that is to do with travelling, it's to do with travelling and someone's ungrateful, the fact that they've probably spent a load of money on a person that's ungrateful for that. You know, or the lifts that they do where they travel backwards and forwards to a person, like spending a load of petrol and time travelling backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards to a person, doing it all for them, and they still come up as ungrateful. If that is to do with travel, okay, because this is a big travelling energy. But what happens with this card, it just means now I'm distancing myself from you because you're ungrateful. You're not seeing the bigger picture. Okay, you're not actually looking at what it is that I actually do. You're more focused on the negatives of what I don't do. This is why it came up in the other 3 readings, where I said, don't focus on what a person isn't doing, right? Don't focus on the negative, focus on the positive. Because if you keep focusing on negative, you're just going to get karmic energy back. You'll get what you want, which is distance. which means that, well, that isn't actually what I want. No, that's because you can't figure it out. You haven't seen it yet. You haven't actually grasped the concept, okay, of the negative energy pushed towards a person that distances themselves from people because of the negativity that's pushed at them. The blame, the anything. A person then starts to think, man, a distance relationship. I mean, a long distance relationship. You could be in like an extremely long distance relationship. This could be someone that's on the other end of the earth, and this is just a phone call that isn't even here. And I have a connection with a soulmate that's like too far for me to go and see. So, what do you want me to do? Let's see, Libra this week. Queen of Cups. Again, focusing upon my love life. My love life, my love life, my love life. Let's focus on my love life. Right? Now, if it isn't that, it's a sibling as well as that. You could have like a very shit show of a time karmically, where everybody just comes out of the fucking woodwork and starts like complaining, about like siblings and people and my love life, and it's all going to fucking pot because of the amount of worry about it. Now, if you're not on this timeline and that isn't happening, there's just thinking about something that is on your mind quite a lot, okay? Late nights, too many late nights, it could be where I work extreme hours and I've done way too many late nights and I do a 12-hour shift, and by the time I get home, I'm fucking absolutely shattered, bruv, because I do 12-hour shifts. And then I come home, I like work in the care community, and by the time I get home, I don't really have time in order to start listening, or I come home and we get on with our love life and it's all gravy, But I don't want to hear people complain that they're in a third-party metaphysical connection and the other party isn't, agreeing to the contract. It doesn't make them a narcissist. They're just not agreeing to what they don't want. It doesn't mean they have to. Not all soulmate contracts go into union because they're karmic ones. That's for anybody. On the opposite side even, or Stephen. Let's see. Libra this week. So you get word of mouth again, you start speaking again, but this could be like a momentary lapse of reason where a person just constantly always, maybe always thinks about their children all the time. They think about the kids and that they just want to see the kids. And this could be an ex that you've had, and the children is all you're really concerned about, right? Is having word of mouth by the children. And that's it. But again, there is messaging there. Who it's from, I've got no idea. Could be Elijah. Alright, Elijah, have you joined yet? Let's see. Libra this week. Again, clients, people, a lot of thinking. A hell of a lot of thinking. This is where a person also starts to act childish, where they wanted more communication, but something went on in their life that they didn't get what they wanted. Okay, because they didn't get what they wanted. A person here can act very mature, and they think, okay, well, I'm going to be the responsible, mature one. I'm going to reach out to you because, your ego is very much intact with the worry of what you didn't get. And I reach out, and now I start playing a game and throw it around on you and think, okay, let's see how you like it by not speaking to you now. It's childish behaviour that adults do. You reach out a message, okay, I'm going to leave you hanging now and see how you like it. You've got a very childish person that is around here that wants communication, but when they don't get things the way they want it, they act like a child. Okay, they think, okay, there's the message, I've seen it, but I'm not going to answer the message. I'm just going to know that it's popped up on my phone, and I'm not going to answer your message. And I'm going to make you now think about me all the time of why I'm not speaking to you. It's a childish person, because you've got a mature person that's here, because they're kind of thinking, right, okay, you do all of this, and I'm looking at you to say, fucking hell, bruv, all of the negativity. So I'm going to have to be the responsible adult and be the one that reaches out, right? and someone reaches out and the other one sees the fact that the message is there, but they may not respond to it. And in their head, they'll be thinking, well, I know it's there, but I'm just going to make them squirm and beg for it. Tension seeking. I want this, and then when I get it, I don't want it, it's not enough, so I'm going to make you now pay. It's a child. It is a child. And if it isn't, and your kids are in relationship, say that you're a mum, right, and you have a two somewhere, and your children or your brothers and sisters are in relationships, this is what's going inside of them. This is what is happening in your siblings' relationships. Like if you've got kids and they're old enough and they're in relationships, this is what's happening in their relationship, between their dynamic. If you've got a brother and sister and they're in relationships, this is what's happening in their relationship. Okay. So, karmic energy, also a very important lesson. Say, for instance, this is happening in, like, with brother and sister, and you've got brother and sister, and this is happening, right? And you're like me, and you go out, and you end up going out for the person's birthday party, right? And everybody in the family has got word that, say, me, for instance, is the arsehole that, you know, I'll just fabricate and say, oh, it's them, they're not doing all of that. Okay, then you have to sit in front of the brother, okay, and sister-in-law and parents, knowing that their BDI is cast upon you of being the one that is to blame, that doesn't know the actual truth of what goes on behind closed doors of a relationship. The fact that, say, for instance, someone's really ungrateful, the fact that someone's just spent £1,000 on them, £1,000, you know, not seeing the bigger picture, actually acting like a spoilt child and ungrateful for what they actually have. Okay, they're not looking at the bigger picture. That's not enough. That isn't enough. I'm ungrateful. I can't see the fact that what you're actually giving and what you're doing is a lot. No, that's still, because that isn't enough for an individual, they'll make other people believe that it's the other person's fault that they're not doing enough. They could talk to their friends or partners and say they're not doing enough, you know. And you'll mirror each other through that here. Because people talk about their problems and their concerns and about God knows what else that goes on in their life. But when you also meet up with siblings that have, like I said, if you meet up with mother, father, their mother and father, or their brother and sister, and their brother and sister has said, you know, all these things that they would say that the other partner is doing wrong, when you get back in a relationship and you all have to meet up, who is the one that's going to be victimised by everybody looking at that person to say it's you that did all of this stuff that you don't know that we heard from that partner? You see? So you get all of that. Let's see, Libra. Four of Swords. Drained, tired. You see, again, someone end up then start saying, oh, I'm too tired to go through all of this. And then, or it's the person that wanted the communication all along. When they get the communication, they say, no, I'm not going to see you tonight because I'm too tired. And you're like, hold on a minute. Right back here is when you actually wanted my attention. And now I've reached out and done that. Now you don't want it? What the fuck do you want? You either do or you don't. Don't say you want it and then I do it and I give over my ego and I reach out to you and talk to you how you wanted me to, or try to reconcile with you, and then you start acting like a child? I mean, is it a child? You know, because trust me, humanity actually makes me see that humans are more childish than actual children. They do. They act like petulant childs, apes. They really do. When they don't get their own way, they start acting very childish. You know, let's see. Anyway, but Libra this week. You know, what I'm telling you is the truth. But again, you go to a metaphysical no contact situation. If you're worried, if you're reaching out and the person's seen the message, yep, they've seen the fact that you've messaged. And if they're not responding to it, they're not responding to it. Now, if someone is narcissistic and they are gaslighting a person, and the person is absolutely sick to death of being narked, but don't forget, when you're in a mirror and a trigger of narcissism, the gaslighter can actually make you feel as if you're the one that's gaslighting the person, okay? Because you're mirroring each other, okay, till you've had enough and you break up, because it's too much to work out. It becomes too much effort to work out when both twins or soulmates start saying that they're both controlling. You know, you're not giving me what I want. Okay, I'm going to give you what you want. Okay, now that's not enough. Okay, you're a perpetuant child and a narcissist. No, it's you gaslighting me because I'm scared and worried. You're doing something. They'll make you believe that you're going crazy because it starts off with 9 in reverse. Okay, so again, you're just mirroring each other. You're triggering each other. And spot the narcissist, because I can assure you that the controlling one thinks that you're the one that's controlling, equivalently by loads of experience of 18 years with narcissism. Okay, going through it with 8 twin flames and soulmates. Okay, you end up believing that the person is very narcissistic and trying to control your feelings and emotions and your life. And when you start to take back control of your life and your thoughts and your, you know, what you want to do, they see you as selfish, and then they start batting your head in with loads of arguments, saying that you're not doing something, pushing you away. And when you do, they say that you're controlling narcissists because you're not paying them any attention. Okay, so if that's metaphysical, then you're in a metaphysical relationship. Someone may reach out, the other person may not answer. Okay. Libra this week. So you got yeah, there you go. They don't answer. They stop speaking. 8 of Wands in reverse. So like I said, man, any reading can be a day long, 2 days long, 3 days long, 4 days long, 5 days long, a week long. It's up to you. Like, it depends on when the communication starts up again. If this is happening now, okay, and then suddenly you start speaking, okay, within a day or whatever, then you can look at this reading and think, okay, that was a reading for me, and that was pretty much like a day, okay? So, because it'll happen at some point, because trust me, they do. They do. If you go back to all of your readings that people were complaining about, saying that that isn't true and that wasn't happening, go back and watch them. Did they happen? Right? Because I know a lot of mine of what I do, they weren't happening at the time, but they are now. You know, and I'm telling you the truth. You know, what wasn't happening last month or at the beginning of the month when I started the readings, they are now. Right? Here. Communication is all over the place here. Backwards and forwards, and not speaking and not talking. Probably splitting up, not getting on, no communication at all. Very bitty, very nothing, because someone's acting like a perpetuant child. Here. Okay. Now, if you are a child here, right, and you have extremely narcissistic families, and you're equivalently fucking had enough of it, well, you're well within your right to actually close down emotionally and physically, because you're sick to death of being controlled and knocked off. Right? Here. This is where people literally get fed up with their partner or people. They get fed up, they get sick to death of hearing it. They get sick to death of being fucking hell, man. Again, do I have to put up with this? Right. Because this will be a threat in the end. This will be like, if it ain't good enough for you, then go. You know, if I'm not cutting the mustard and I can't give you what you want, then go off and find someone else that can, because I can't give you it. Here. Because this is what I would say. Me in a relationship, true. If what I'm doing for you and you can't see is enough, well then it isn't down to me, it's down to you. If I'm not good enough, then go somewhere else. Here. It is, and I say this with anybody or anything. If what I'm doing isn't good enough, then fuck off and go somewhere else, because I'm sick to death of it. Here. Right? People, they get frustrated and fed up in the end. Okay. And then what do? Pretty much come straight back. They get pulled straight back. Well, I tried to leave you, but I couldn't. Oh, dear. People. Libra. What's going on with Libra for the rest of the week, please? Well, probably not. Blocked. Don't want to know. You're not changing me. I'll change for me. No change. Again, people do not change. A leopard doesn't change its spots. It's the same leopard underneath. It's just skin. surface value. Underneath, DNA, astrology chart, people don't. They don't. Okay. So basically, the person that you're with, don't ever expect change, right? Don't ever expect really to like pay something and get any money back. Don't expect to get anything from your effort that you're putting into this person to change. They're not going to. Okay. So, you know, you need to kind of, hopefully that you are on that timeline of knowing this person is not going to be a different person than what they are now, right? So you have two choices and options, Libra. Okay, if this is your partner and your person, you have to learn, okay, that's the hand I've been dealt, that is my partner, that's the one I'm sticking with, but I have to cope with all of the shit here. The constant negativity, yes and no, no, yes, no, yes, no, okay, let's argue, let's complain that this isn't enough, let's block each other and not speak and not talk and not, you know, hate each other and then blame each other. Because you didn't do what I wanted you to do. Okay, now I'm going to block you because you told me I don't like hearing the truth. So now I don't like you and now I'm not speaking to you. If that's your partner, do not expect this to change at any point, like in the future. Okay, so have a choice. If you're all right with that, just learn to cope with it. If you're not all right with that, dump the person and move on and find someone else. Okay, that's more compatible. It's up to you. You know, you don't have to finish with a person. You can put up with this, and the other person can, and you can replay out the same cycle. But what I've learned through 18 years' experience is that people do not change. They really don't. Okay, so if they're very argumentative, get prepared to be in a relationship that's very argumentative. That's very yes, no, no, yes, no, not speaking, not talking, split up, break up. Okay, maybe, kind of, sort of, don't know. Not speaking at all, expect the same, right? Here. Libra. This week. 3, third party, metaphysical. So if you're in the metaphysical and you're not speaking to the person, or you try and they don't answer, expect the same. Okay, I just heard expect the same treatment. Okay, I really am picking up this is coming from like a... well, like I said, man, it could be coming from a child that's sick to death of it. And just, well, whichever way, expect the same. Let's leave it at that. Let's see. Libra this week. King of Cups. You got the King and the Queen. So you got a chess move. And then you got a fucking Aquarian in reverse. 8. Well, Aquarius or Leo. Okay, that's all out of whack here. All kinds of thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking about future together that isn't working, which means that you can't separate because you're counterparted up and it's destiny that is now failing. Right, future plans are probably not going to be made. Okay, this is backing out of a contract, backing out of the future. Okay, where the future doesn't look as bright as it did before. Okay, here. That's a fixed sign that can be going crazy if, say, it's a moon sign. A moon sign, Aquarian or Leo. That's a fixed moon sign. That is over-obsessed thoughts that cannot escape one's thoughts. If it's a rising or a life path 8, it goes more towards the life path 8 in reverse. Okay, so it can be fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, fear of not wanting to be alone. Okay, fear of like I've put too much work and effort into this relationship that I don't want to give up on it. I just need to keep controlling you, King. So all I can think about is trying to control this masculine king that doesn't care about me. Right, people, man, I can feel it and see it. Libra. So I'll just wait. See, someone threatens. They also go through karmic cycles. They may start to threaten, and then they come up with an ultimatum. Okay, well then, if you don't like it, fuck off, because you know I can't be doing with this. Go and meet someone else and learn the same lesson with another person. But go and do that, because what I'm doing, if it isn't enough, I can't cope with it. We might as well split up, and you might as well go and learn this lesson with another soulmate, because we're not cutting it, bruv. We really ain't, right? The person then suddenly backtracks and thinks, oh, no, I don't want to split up for good. And then they end up waiting on the person that's given them an ultimatum. Twos can also be an ultimatum. If it isn't good enough, well then fuck off and do something else, because if you're not happy with me, then split up. Let's split up. Then the person starts to think, oh no, I don't know if I want to. Right? Because trust me, you could end up hearing a masculine say, well, buck your fucking ideas up then, because I'm sick to death of your shit. Right? Because trust me, if you're ever a person that has like masculine energy and you have found self-love and you really don't mind whether you're in a relationship or not, which means I'm really okay with you when you're normal, okay? But as soon as you start flipping out and going fucking weird, you can fuck off, because I'm all right being on my own. I really don't give a shit. You can be on your own if you want, because I really don't mind being single, because I can probably just go and find another person or be single and be happy. If you're on that circumstance and you have that capability, you're always in a winning position. Because alone, you're okay. With someone, you're okay. With this partner, you're okay. But until they start going crazy and fucking mental, you're kind of like, fuck them. I'm all right. I'll go and find someone else, or I'll just do something else. That normally comes from a very stable masculine energy. It really is. It really is, because they've found self-love. They've found self-worth. They've found their own calling in life to say, well, whichever way around it is, I'm all right. I shall be fine. If I'm not good enough and all the complaints that I'm doing are not good enough, well, then go and find someone that matches you. Because if it, like I said, man, a leopard doesn't change its spots. If the person comes up where they're never satisfied by anything that they have, ever, what makes you think that the next relationship that they're going to find is going to be any different than the one that they're in now? Of course it isn't, because people don't change. Right? If you're in a relationship and you constantly focus upon the person all of the time, I'm talking about when in a relationship, you can think that you're changing when you're not in a relationship, but when you're in a relationship is when you start acting like the way that you always do. The way that you always are is when you start acting that way, because you cannot cover up the person that you are. It soon starts to show. You let your guard down. You can't keep up a false facade for long before the person rears its ugly head. It doesn't mean that you're ugly or your ugly head. It just means that whoever you are will soon come out, right? It will soon be sniffed out and shown. So you can't hide that. You have to go into something with the person that you are, and then when you're with them is when you learn about them, is when you are with them, okay? Because the majority of you twin flame energies out there that are in metaphysical, you believe that you love the person, but you have absolutely got no fucking equivocal idea of what that relationship will be like until you're in it. You're just wanting it, which is the needing and wanting the metaphysical partner. When you get in that, trust me, you will soon start to realise what it's like when with them. Okay? Because that's be careful what you wish for. So, 9 of Swords in reverse here. 7 of Swords. Yep, fuck it, bruv. If you don't like it, then go. I'll leave. I'm not speaking to you. Okay, don't. Okay, then don't. So, this person could have just basically left you and think, or them, or you, or them, Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine. Do what you want. Okay, I'm out. Gone. Masculine energy running for the hills of the negativity. 7 of Swords. Start over again. The same loop over again. Now let's think about a new beginning. And let's start playing the game again. The world. 6 of Wands. Okay, well, I'll take back my love and attention and I'll take it elsewhere, or, but again, you can either have a attention seeker or someone that just starts moving on with their life. And then the other person comes back. Queen of Cups, Ace of Swords in reverse. Someone feels the other person is lying. Okay? Not telling the truth. Or not speaking to them can also be that. But then you get speaking. So what's the Knight of Cups? Cancerian in reverse, no going forward. So again, someone could be using someone for a car, for a trip, for a journey. Okay, being ungrateful for the amount that it costs to have a car and to run it and to put petrol and diesel in it. Okay, like I said, man, I've seen so many arguments over cars, it's unreal. Okay, you could have someone like a child that doesn't have capability of a car. They don't have one. They don't have a car. Brother, sister, sibling, whoever. They don't have access to a car. They only contact you or use you for that, but they don't see how much that costs to have a car. So you get someone that's ungrateful. They're ungrateful. Okay. Unless this person's very grateful and they're all showing you gratitude, it's up to you. But this is a perpetuant child that's ungrateful for knowing that someone has a car compared to someone that doesn't have a car. Okay, so it can always be used for lifts. Okay, I'm taking you here, I'm taking you there, I'm travelling here, I'm travelling there. And I'm ungrateful the fact that you're doing that. Right. Page of Swords. Yep. Again, there you go. It's all ringing true. I'm ungrateful for all the shit that you do. I'm focused more upon what you don't do than all the things that you do. There you go. And if it's voodoo, well, this is what you get, you know. But like, this is an ungrateful person. They're not grateful for what it is that someone does for them. They constantly think very negatively of the person that does everything. You know, the nice person. Like I said, a nice person can be victimised in life. Yeah. This person just wanders around constantly thinking very negative thoughts about the partner. Two of Cups. Where are they? Why did they leave? You know, well, you know, it does what it says on the tin. Why are they not paying any attention to me? Watch the fucking reading. You know. Possible third party, still want to work on it, but we're split up, get up. This is like karmic triangle. The same cycle and the same lesson replaying itself yet again. This is a broken record. Around in circles we go doing the same thing. Drama triangle. Can't get out of it. Okay. Scapegoat, victim, aggressor. Scapegoat, victim, aggressor. Scapegoat, victim, aggression. How do I get out of it? Okay, how do I get back into it? Okay, now I'm going to get angry. Okay, now you're angry. I'm going to cause an argument and sabotage and split us up. Okay, now I've done that. Now I need to make sure that I apologise and we get back together. Okay, now we've done that. We need to do the same thing again. Scapegoat, victim, aggression. Drama triangle. Contracts, spiritual ones, growth, learning. Push, pull, backwards, forwards, in and out. 8 of Wands in reverse, not speaking. Well, you don't then, I'm happy. It's up to you. Right? I'm happy with or without you. You've got a masculine energy that can threaten here. Like I said, if you found that self-love and you're kind of like, and I don't mean threaten from a false perspective. No. I don't mean do that from a false perspective of when you actually want the person. No. I'm on about when you are really satisfied with being on your own, if you are, and you're okay with it. Like, and you really are okay, because you know that you could either maybe meet another person, or you're just happy being on your own. You've always got a golden ticket there when you found that energy there. 8 of Cups. Because that will call a soulmate's bluff, you see. That will call the one that really wants you that bad. That'll end up calling their bluff, and they'll just lose and lose and lose and lose and lose. That's why you get a 2. Win or lose, win or lose. I always seem to lose. I can't ever seem to get through to you, to control to you. I can't ever seem to get through to you. Well, do what you want. Go somewhere else. I don't give a shit. Oh, no, now I want you now. Now I realise, oh, well, they're pig-headed. They don't listen. They don't ever change. 8 of Cups. Ace of Wands. Now I do, now I don't. Now I do, now I don't. Now I do, now I don't. 4 of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Now I do, now I don't. Now I do, now I don't. Now I do, now I don't. Well, I don't know. They're opportunities. What is the Ace of Cups an opportunity for? Aries or Scorpio life path 4. Might be a new person, maybe. What's the three here? 10 of Swords in reverse. This comes to the point where it isn't making any sense. Because that's a third party that's still non-existent. What's the King of Cups? Fucking hell. Now you get Taurus, Sagittarian placements. Hierophant. A married couple. A couple. What's the Hierophant? 4 of Swords. Drained and tired. This king is getting fucking worn out by putting up with the shit here. There's a stable person here, whichever way you look at it, man. There is stable energy here. Because this upright. Aries is upright with 2 light and nice and, well, blocked cards for Scorpio Aries, continuing on being whoever they are. You get another 4, Scorpio or Aries, with Taurus, Sagittarius placements in the King of Cups upright. So they're continuing to be a masculine energy. That's a masculine energy right there. That one. This is a feminine energy that ain't pleased with the masculine. This masculine doesn't care here. This has got to be a feminine energy here. Yeah, 5. Sagittarius, Taurus, or a life path 5. It came up in the readings. There it is. So, if your partner is in the Sag reading, Taurus reading, because Taurus is here, Sag reading, Taurus reading, okay, possible Leo and Aquarium one, okay, Capricorn was definitely there because you got the 6 energies and the same messages were there, okay. So the little rant that I gave you right at the beginning that rang true, where I was saying to you, be careful on bitching and moaning at a person for work and like not being appreciative of all of what they do for you. You'll come up as ungrateful. Ungrateful. Here. Starting an argument. Again. Argumentative. I told you. I told you. Over on YouTube and here. Okay, do not come at a person, a masculine energy with arguments. Here. Do not come at a masculine energy with arguments. Here. King of Cups. Here. You got another 5 energy here. But it's upright. It means it's a relationship or a marriage or a commitment. Do not come at this person head on. Because you'll lose. There's the energy I told you within a house that's non-compatible. Because 5s... You get 1 here that shows stability, that is a 5, okay, and a marriage and a happy with you, and then you get an 8 in reverse with a 5 on top of it. A masculine energy getting fucking pissed off with the negativity. What's the 7 of Cups? Yeah. Clients. Oh, man, now this king is in reverse now. Jesus Christ. 1 minute is up, the next minute is down. Someone isn't happy with this king cutting the mustard of being a stable person. This could be rejected, and someone says, fuck off then, bruv. I'll just go with someone new, bruv. If you're too fucking like negative and you can't cut the mustard, you could end up both saying this to each other. You know, you could say, oh fuck it, let's just go our own way then, you know. But a person still waits. They wait here for this person, spying on them, thinking about them, not doing anything, not putting in any action, going into the childish mode again, because of the king being a narcissist or rejecting them. You know, I'm trying to control a stable king that is upright here to make him squirm, to pay, so he ends up in the lowest vibration of his chart here. So I'm playing a game with a King of Cups that's in the upright that is stable to try and make him think and feel that he is not stable. This is why you've got like gaslighting energy here. Someone's trying to turn this king in its lowest vibration to do a childish act so he stoops as low as the person that's trying to get them into a low vibration. When you get it in reverse with the king upright here, the waiting energy and these 2 childish energies, this is trying to manipulate this king from being stable to play a childish game to get him to stoop down to someone's level, a low level, here, to play childish games. You could have a younger person that likes to play games to make you, this king, stoop down to their own level here, to argue and to manipulate and fight to scoop down to their level here. That's a big message there. Yeah, so, well, y'all fuck me, but really, or, well, anybody, like I said, man, y'all can watch these through siblings. If you've got a brother or a sister that's a Libra, okay, honestly, a brother or sister that's a Libra, right, and you're in the soul group, because this brother and the sister are here, okay, or the children are here, there you go. This is what goes on in their life, right? That's why their star signs are present. And I guarantee you that's why, or Gary, or Tina, you know, that is why their names come up in nearly every single reading. When I keep saying Jack, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jackson, Jackie's son, Jackie's daughter, Jackie's son, you know, Jasmine, Jack, you know, why do they come up in nearly every reading? It's because the soul groups that they are come out in every reading, right? Because of the brother, the sister, the mother, the child, the daughter, the mum, the father, their mother or father. Soul group readings, right? So you also get more insight because you get to watch your siblings, if you know their placements, what is going on within their dynamic, what happens within that, right? But that's like really looking deeper into tarot. Like I said, you know, you're joined here a subscription, so you know you get to watch them all and you get to study and learn whilst I'm also showing you and reading your life, you know. It's not just the teaching stuff. Anyway, Libra, I think I've babbled enough. So I am going away for, I think, that I paid for, but fucking arguing again over nothing. Over nothing. Because I have to work for 2 hours in the morning on the birthday. Anyway, just, yeah, so like, you know, I'm going to be going away, I think, for 3 days. It's planned, it's booked, it's paid for. I'm going to be going away for 3 days. So I shall make sure that I've got a load of readings done and put out, because I'll probably have 4 days off, because it's 3 days stay, and then on the 4th day we come home. So yeah, depending on, it might be 3 days off or 4 days, but I need a holiday and I need a break. But you'll have readings, because I shall make sure I get them all done. They won't be over on YouTube, and it'll only be you guys that have them. Okay? All right, guys, thanks very much. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.